it's they're implying whether directly or indirectly that it's okay to that we should gauge the different levels of disrespect of a child.
Who did that?
My brother.
He says not towards you.
You said you don't want to talk to me, right?
Who did that though? Because
So
he's
how
still
come every
talking
time
about
I'm
me.
speaking,
All right, so
right?
I cleared up. Plenty of people have done it, not you.
Who today? Who we talking about right now? Let's not play dumb, Sharon. Let's not do this, bro. Let's be real, bro.
He said he's
Don't
talking
do
in
that.
general.
I'm not an idiot.
That's
You're
what I'm
not
saying.
either.
So what I'm trying to get you to understand, that if he said he's going to talk in general and he's going to,
You don't talk in general about me, bro. That's just talking about me without saying my name.
So am I gonna have to drop you again?
Am I gonna have to drop you again? We can play
let's
that
do
game.
it. I mean, listen, we can do it. If that's what
we
you
can
want to
do that.
I'm trying to be respectful, but every time
you're not
over me, right? So let me know. Let me know how you want to handle it.
We can do whatever you want to do,
handle
G.
it respectfully.
Whatever you got on your mind, we can do, G.
Or
whatever
we can
you
do
got
it
on
through
your mind,
competition.
we can do, G.
Like it doesn't matter.
I do mean whatever. My list exceeds the internet. Whatever you want to do, we can do.
And what does that mean? So now you an internet gangster?
Whatever you want to do,
we're not going that far. We're not going to entertain that. Hold on, how to. Hold on. We're not going. Hold on, how to. We're not even going to entertain that conversation.
We're not even entertaining the fuckery right here, bro.
No, but because we can have verbal discourse. That's fine.
No need for all of that, bro. You understand at this point. You more than understand that what I'm saying has nothing to do with severities, levels, or any of that. It has everything to do with the dichotomy and the manner in which you are presenting this and what that potentially opens you up to in the future, right? This has very little to do with any of this other fuckery that everyone's talking about, right? Respectfully. So
first and foremost, Cuzzo, did he bring himself back? I paid $100
to that type of stuff, bro.
I paid $100 to drop him, right?
I could pay another $100, bro.
Did he bring himself back? Yes or no? I'm asking my cousin something.
Where you paid it at, bro? Where you paid it
at? I'll show you. I thought we gotta. I'll show you. And I
got to stay on top of your cash app, Sharon.
So let me see. Can it's focused? And this is not me trying to do anything. He was gonna have the conversation, but it shouldn't be this difficult of a conversation.
Yeah, it shouldn't, but like brothers got to understand to stop taking things so personal, right? If you said something that was perceived a certain way, all you got to do is add clarity, right? But if you just continue to say the same thing over and over again and you're still being misunderstood, then that's a you problem. That's not beholden on the audience to understand. So you need to find another way to reach the audience. But I want to hear what Classic Codes have to say as far as breaking down what he was saying.
It's the first one. How to? Yes. So Classic Codes, you'll be able to get a chance to substantiate your argument.
Oh, I ain't got no argument. I was coming up here and they seemed like they needed clarity. I just came to give them some. I don't have an argument.
Yes, give up the clarity of the 2 super chats so we got an understanding of it.
What was the questions y'all had? Well, because I thought I was straight to it. I said I can't remember exactly how I worded it.
This one's the first one that we didn't understand.
Okay, the softness on the panel, kids can handle insults. Yeah. What's so what y'all didn't get about this? Who had questions? I thought that's straightforward.
I did. I wanted you to kind of elaborate because I didn't understand what you were saying.
Did you get insulted as a child at all by anybody at all?
Did I ever get insulted as a child?
Yeah, by anybody.
Yes.
Yes. You okay? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
All right then.
No, it ain't all right then, right? And so yes, we can still live and still go on and be productive, but that doesn't mean that people don't like that. Those insults don't stick with children into adulthood. We got a lot of people. A lot of times, the fuckery that they engaging in is, has something to do with what they went through in childhood. So let's not sit here and act like what children go through in childhood doesn't impact them moving forward. Yes, they're very resilient,
Mhm.
but we got research showing that it has long-term effects.
Yeah, all I'm hearing is the reason why everybody's soft.
Okay, well, I mean, it can be soft to you, but sir,
Yes,
who are you? Right?
a
And
man.
no. What I mean, I'm saying that in the sense of who give a fuck about your opinion, right? You get what I'm saying? It don't mean nothing to nobody but you and your granny.
Y'all asked me to come up.
They
I was
did.
I was chilling.
Right, they did. But I'm
So
just saying, like, okay, if you think all these things, that's wonderful, but that's what you think, and it don't really matter to nobody else.
I don't get it. Are you gonna like? Do you have a real rebuttal for me?
Yeah, that's the rebuttal. So if you
So
want your
so
kids
so
to
are
be
you so
insulted and end
okay?
up
So
like you,
okay. So so
that's
so
more power to you. But the
okay.
rest of
So
us don't.
let's
We want to treat
okay.
children like we value them.
Okay, let's have a real conversation. So
We are.
prior to Corey Holcomb insulting his daughter, you think she had never been insulted before? Up
She
until this
probably
point, you
had,
all right? Is she
but
is
to
she is
be
she okay? Is she
insulted
okay?
on,
Is she okay?
we don't know. We don't know.
She does taekwondo. She be beating girls up
Okay, and just
nationally.
because
She's
you do
okay. She's
taekwondo
okay.
and
She's
are
okay.
engaged. Okay, so are we gonna have a conversation or are you gonna talk over me?
I'm just telling you, she's okay.
Right, and I'm asking you, are you gonna talk over me or are we gonna have a conversation?
Both.
Because I didn't ask you to come up here, so I get your black ass up out of here.
It doesn't matter.
Right,
So
okay.
I've given.
Sharon, watch out. Go ahead and
let
drop
me,
him, Sharon.
I've given.
let me just read the cash app real quick. It says, "Drop buddy, and bring me back." 150. You put 150 out.
Yeah.
So
It's up to y'all. I just wanted to provide clarity. I just think that a lot of
Okay.
people are excessively sensitive. That's all.
So, no, the problem is, so like, but you talking about kids on kids, but we talking about a grown person talking about a kid. That's where it becomes
And
an
we not
issue that
just
is
And in a public
grown
forum,
person.
a
We're
public
talking about a
forum where
person
he
with
held
a
up your
digital
picture.
platform.
Oh no, how to let me? I want to, because Classic brought up a point, right? So when it's a grown man talking about a young child, that's a different level of insult. Kids is gonna look at a man at a way different level of an insult than a kid on kid type of insult. And we got to be able to recognize that, and the men that is around got to be able to check Corey, say, "Hey, bro, you are going way too far. No, that young lady should not." Whatever we got to do to make sure men do not follow the lead of Corey Holcomb, because it's not just an insult. People go to therapy because of insults. Children also get themselves in a position where they willing to take their own life because of insults. So we cannot just sweep it under the rug as it doesn't mean anything to a child.
Right. So y'all having a conversation about whether you guys think his actions are right or wrong, right? Okay, I've yet to have that conversation. I'm just talking about how real life goes on. None of you guys have a remote control that somebody else could pick up and control y'all. So you only are in charge of your own behavior and your own actions. You will never have jurisdiction over another human being, especially an adult's behavior. So what I'm telling to y'all is my argument is not whether or not it is or isn't okay. I actually haven't stated a position in that regard. I'm just talking about real life. When you choose to disrespect someone, you have nothing to do with how far they want to take their response at all. So what you should do is, if you don't want to be disrespected, is play nice at all times. Be a respectful person at all. Can I please? I'm finna land, I promise. Play nice
You
at all
cut me
times.
off. I thought you was cutting me off.
Okay, go
Right.
for it.
So
That's fair. That's fair. Go ahead. That's fair.
that's why. Okay, so yes, you can't dictate how people respond to your disrespect and how far they gonna go to meet you where you at. But why is it that black men are so quick to have a problem with a man and then punch the woman next to him? Punch the man. It's always y'all looking for somebody. Even Sharon done had it. They get mad at Sharon and they start talking about his wife and kids. What? So no, that's the softness.
Right. So
if you got a problem with a man, take it to that man. Don't bring a girl into it.
I want to make sure you get to. I want to ask you something. So if all of us unanimously say right now on 3, Corey was wrong, does that change anything?
Absolutely.
Is that going to stop the next adult from doing it if they feel the need to do it? Is that gonna stop? Is that gonna dictate the next person's level of disrespect if they so choose?
I want to
Yes,
answer that.
No,
That's
no, I
dumb to
said
say.
many times
Hold
black
on, no,
men
no.
have a culture of disrespect. So no, that's not gonna change it. Y'all have a culture of disrespect. That's who you are.
Let me know when I can jump in too,
Yes,
Sharon.
but it will change how men move forward. So if more men is jumping on the train that we don't do that, more men are not going to do that. And so when we get it to be 100% totality, no, it's always going to be some person that's willing to just be out of their mind. But we can get majority of men, the greater majority of men, to understand that this ain't cool, it's not acceptable, and we will be essentially signing a social contract with the other brothers, like, hey, this is a line that we don't cross, and majority of men will follow that lead.
I have a
and
question
you
for you.
said
I
the
have a question
standard
for. I
too,
have a
bro.
question for. I have a question for anybody who wants to answer. Can somebody give me just a decade in human history where this that what y'all talking about, this utopia y'all talking about? Can anybody give me a decade in human history where this ever existed?
Yeah,
Okay,
it
That's a
happens.
relevant
Hold on.
question.
It happens with men and a relationship with women. Men on a whole look at it is okay to love your woman and step out, as long as you just dick her down, and as long as you ain't giving money. We men have this understand, like, hey, you could go ahead and step out, but as long as you don't treat that other woman as better. So like we have these codes, that these barbershop codes that we as a collective we tend to follow. And this is why we have the situation that we are in today. So yes, it's been going on for a very long time that men follow certain rules by the majority of men have put forward before them.
I can.
look,
I
hold
can
up,
agree. I can
hold
agree.
up, bro.
I can agree
Hold
to
up.
disagree with you, Sharon. I don't. You
I
didn't
have
give me a
audio.
deck.
I got you,
You
NT. Hold on, I got you, NT. I'm
Yeah,
gonna bring you
Oh,
in.
cue me up. Yeah.
I respect your position. I'll agree to disagree with you because you didn't give me a decade where that existed. I've never seen the majority of men moving with that level of respect. Men have always been individuals, and however they want to move is how they gonna move. I've seen men move with the greatest level of grotesque, and sinister energy, and I've seen men be, put their life on the line to save children. So men are individuals. Men gonna do what they see fit. All men don't have the same parameters. Guy code ain't never been real. Girl code ain't never been real. They're figures of speeches and they've never existed. I'm just a person who embraces reality, regardless of if it's harsh or positive. I understand that it's convenient to be delusional for the sake of feeling good, but that's not the world that we live in. If somebody disrespect any of these brothers up here, LJ just told the brother up here, he said, hey man, my way of handling this exceeds the internet. Y'all try to reel him in. LJ is a grown man. You can't reel that grown man in. If that's how he feel, that's what he on. We can all stand up here and take a vote, and LJ still gonna be LJ. LJ, am I right? You still gonna be you, right? If we all take a vote on your behavior, you still gonna behave how you want, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
with
So
that.
even if all of us say it's wrong, right?
Well, no. You see
Oh,
what I'm saying?
you gonna change for
I
our
got a
vote?
left and right limit, bro. So if
Damn.
everyone is
Yeah.
saying I'm wrong, right,
Mm-hmm.
then that would cause me to evaluate
You
my
know us?
rectitude
It
in
would
life.
Why?
cause you to evaluate, but would it cause you
Exactly.
to change?
And you can't.
Hold on, y'all. I promise I'm gonna get
Possibly.
everybody
That's
in there.
the
I promise
evaluation.
right
It
there.
depends on how my evaluation goes. But yes, that could possibly
Exactly.
cause me to change.
Okay.
Possibly.
Great
Let me
Okay.
point.
know when I can go,
Well, so
Sharon.
now you're
I
quiet
got you.
now
I
because
got
you
you.
thought you was gonna get a certain
No,
answer from me.
I'm not quiet at all.
He's
He
down
don't.
now.
Hey, listen, LJ
I
said,
want I want to keep it. We've been let's keep it. Everybody get their full thought out. Because Auntie want to address you as well.
Yeah.
Classic. Are you finished with your thought, Classic?
yeah, I'm cool.
Got Auntie.
I really didn't have much to address Classic on because he kind of, you know what I'm
Oh,
saying, he hit the nail. But I did want to say this to even what PhD Diva said, or I think Classic might have touched on it too. Like, at what point do do um do men, I mean, she had to mention it, like black men move totally different than other men do,
Y'all
whatever.
are. Y'all
But
are. Which is why y'all in the position
bullshit.
y'all in.
Meet some more black men or get you one, whatever, and then you can talk about us. But on some real shit, for the most part, I'm gonna tell you what'll happen. At what point, like in a perfect world, just like Classic said, yes, men will say, "Hey, women, children, off limits, can't do that." But as soon as all of the men as a collective say women, children off limits, grotesque, ignorant, stupid men, you know what I'm saying, that have no morals are going to start using women and children as human shields. Yes, that's what you that's what you see, that's what you've seen, that's what happens. They're going to use your morals against you in a fight, just like Anton Daniels did. You know what I'm saying? For a long time. You know what I'm saying? He used his wife and his daughter as a human shield, hoping nobody would come at his wife and daughter, and then just played the victim when it happened so he could get more views.
Okay, so but the issue is that we are not talking about in 100% totality, and I think that's where the misunderstanding is at. We saying that the men that are moved in the right, correct way, they need to hold a certain standard, because if majority of men are moving a certain way, other men are going to follow. It's just a natural thing. Majority of men are followers, and we know that for a fact. So if men move a certain way, other men is going to follow that same route and say, hey, this is what we're doing. This is what's cool. This is what's not. At one point, everybody was not wearing their pants off their ass until it became cool.
Understandable. But check this out, right? They used to say, real quick, Sharon,
like it's the same
used
as
to say, like,
something.
women and children first and all of that other stuff. Keep in mind, they dropped an atomic bomb on Nagasaki, okay, and Hiroshima in the name of patriotism. How many innocent women and children, you know what I'm saying, had to take it from there? And no, it wasn't no black men giving that order. So miss me with that. And
Of
that ain't
course,
nothing
because
new.
y'all don't have any power.
Yeah, you know, y'all don't.
Control nothing.
Hold on, but we cannot
put that on black men. We know you want you
so,
one. All good.
So number one, that's a great example, and that example shows is that like hold on, Auntie. So Auntie, that's a great example, and what that example show is that once that happened, the world said no, this is not cool, and this is why it never happened again. And so when this happens, we as men of the world of men should say this shit ain't cool, so it won't happen again. So that's the lens we need to be operating in. Everybody said it wasn't good when they dropped that bomb, right? They thought it was going to be a different response, but the world's like, nah, this ain't cool. Even our own country said this ain't cool, and it changed the way how people fight wars moving forward. So this bomb that Corey dropped should have changed the way how men look at going at women and children moving forward. God damn, Sharon is good.
Sharon, to be honest, I'll tell you how it changed things. It changed things. It became an arms race. Now everybody wanted that type of weaponry. You know?
Nah, bro. People respect consequences.
Because that type of weaponry, because of the damage that it could do, created more of a deterrent.
Bro, it's apples and oranges again, comparing this Nagasaki bomb shit to this situation. Those are two different situations.
No, but hold up. Even in YouTube terms, social media terms, when somebody goes at somebody or exposes somebody or drops that, we use that analogy.
Is this Antique from back in the day? Fight Club Antique?
Nuke on him. You hit him with the nuke. You know what I'm saying?
Is this Fight Club Antique?
Like that.
Yes.
So we use that.
All right. Cool.
I think it's a good analogy here.
My fault.
Yeah.
Auntie will talk your fucking head off. I forgot about that.
No, I'm done. I'm mute.
What's good, G? Man, I ain't seen you, Lee. Even PhD, but man, you still got some reprehensible shit to say about black people, PhD. But
I said men, not people, baby. I said men, not people.
Huh? You don't think men are people?
I said men, not people. Right. But so people is everybody. Men is specific. So I made a specific.
I understand that. I made a more general one, but we're saying the same
but so
thing.
That's inaccurate because I didn't make a general one. I made a specific one. I called out the group that I was talking about.
I think y'all missing the biggest point here. The person whose job it is to make sure that Anton's wife and child is not disrespected is Anton's. It ain't. If somebody, it's all black men's job for me to protect my. It's y'all job to protect my family.
You don't have no fucking integrity, do you?
It takes
hold on.
It's y'all job to protect my family.
On this.
You have integrity.
Let me hit you right quick.
All right, so how to want to jump in and Truth want to jump in on this. Let me make sure he finished with his thought first. You good with your thought, or we can answer now?
I'm not good. I'm trying to figure out how on the planet Earth, how would you ever call yourself a protector and a provider if it's not your job first to protect your own family? Let me tell y'all this before anybody jump in, because I know y'all gonna have 100 rebuttals. If I had a wife and a child and one of y'all disrespecting my wife and a child, there will be no panel talking about how you shouldn't have said what you said, and it'll already be took care of. Y'all will be paneling about how it got handled, not about, oh, he shouldn't have said that, and oh, my feelings, and this some soft shit. This some 2026 soft shit. Men have the bar of masculinity is in hell. This is soft as hell. We grew up. No. I'm gonna let y'all. I'm gonna be done. I'm gonna be quiet for a minute. We grew up where if you wore the wrong shoes to school, there was a circle of people around you humiliating you for 15 minutes after the bell rung. Y'all telling me, come man, this shit inexplicably soft. Inexplicably, I'm disappointed in all these black men. Anton Daniels, is your job to protect your wife and your kids and your bloodline and their names. If he not gonna do nothing about it, we shouldn't do nothing about it. Period. If he's not gonna stand up for his family, why are y'all? Why are y'all? Why is it your job?
Okay. Get how to, and then how to, then truth. Got.
All right. So I'm gonna start by saying, bro, people respect consequences, right? So when we as a community, we as a greater than single, right, come together and say this type of behavior is wrong and unacceptable, and we shun people, we ostracize people. Even the concept you were talking about, right, back in the day, kids didn't want to wear certain shoes to school because you would be made fun of, right? So even that's an example of community consequences affecting behavior. You get what I'm saying? Or being used to modify behavior. Now, if we move past that, the issue of rectitude here, right? Now, I don't like to be the standard bearer for what's right and wrong, bro. I have a history of jumping out of planes and doing awful shit. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna be the anyone's moral compass because I know what I was willing to do for the money Uncle Sam gave me. You get what I'm saying? Rectitude here though, bro. I think it's hard to argue that either Corey was right for speaking about Anton's kids. I think it's hard to argue that Anton was right for speaking about Tyranny's kids in any sense. You get what I'm saying? The issue of rectitude, bro, certain behaviors, we have to have standards as a society, as a community. We should not condone or big up certain behaviors. And the last thing, bro, is this concept of the village, right? There was a famous man back in the day by the John Donne. That's his name, John Donne. He wrote this thing called the Meditations, right? In the 13th meditation, he said, "No man is an island entire unto itself. Every man is a piece of the main, right? Any man's death diminishes me, for I am involved in humanity. If but a clod were washed away by sea from Britain, the isle would be less. Therefore, never send to know for whom the bell tolls. It tolls for thee." You get what I'm saying? So you just got to think like that, bro. The we is always greater than the I. That's it.
Great point. Man. Go ahead. All right, let them have the quick back and forth, and you got it right after they back and forth. Go ahead, classic.
What are we talking about? Hey, bro, I'm from Chicago. People be dying and shit. We talking about insults? We gotta stop. Somebody getting smoked right now where I'm at. We talking about insults? We talking about jokes from a comedian.
No, we not.
Yeah, he's a comedian who cracked jokes about a man who disrespected his child, and we really talking about it like we need to have a come to Jesus moment as a community.
Because man, it wasn't comedy when he did it.
We can unite about something more important on this panel than protecting
that's what people like Anton bank on. They bank on the world.
Hold on.
Defending him.
Hold on, Auntie. No, it's more. No, this is very important. The way how we are going to move forward. We got to start, especially as black men, get on some kind of code where we say this is tolerable, this is not tolerable. No. Because guess what? If you have your child in the street and you ain't there, you will want somebody that to stand up to say, "Hey, leave that child alone."
No, it ain't gonna
be. Hold on.
I would agree with you.
Hold on. I got because I skipped truth. I don't want it to go past him. So what I'm saying,
I won't be as long-winded though. But go ahead.
So what I'm saying is that we live in a society. We don't let. This is why How To was just talking about. We don't live on no island, and so we do need men to move a certain way so other men know not to cross any lines. Because the majority of men say these are lines that's not going to be crossed. More men is going to stay in pocket. Once we have it lawless and everybody's just willy-nilly, that is a very dangerous situation for family. Maybe you don't understand because like right now, my wife and kids is outside. And I would want somebody that to stand up just like me to say, hey, leave that child alone. You a grown ass man. You should not be attempted to intimidate no little kid by saying, look at your shoes. If another little kid said that is what it is. But a grown man should not be going up to somebody's child and say, you look like a goddamn boy. That's going to disrespect the kid on a higher level, way more than any child. So we got to put it in the right place.
Sharon, it's been 4 summers, bro. How the fuck is it still my birthday?
There are problems.
Hey, real quick, Classic, before he goes to Truth, because I know Truth is going to cook. I would agree with Sharon, but if we're going to establish a code, let's start it from the beginning. Let's talk about the roots instead of the fruit. Right? Because once the fruit comes, it's a little too late. Let's talk about the roots. Establish the code of men don't use your women and children as a human shield. If you want your wife and your child off the internet, you keep your wife and child off of the internet. I don't mean to plug this, but I'm going to play that entire exchange because I have it. The entire exchange with Tyranny and Anton off of Fight Club. That man put his wife in the frame. And those was actually 2 women that was going at it. She was going at it with Island Gal Q. Y'all didn't even know that. Y'all didn't even remember that. That's how long ago it was. But I got it all.
Didn't they review it?
Uncensored. Yeah, they were going at it. And she was at Anton's house. Anton chose to come into the frame and proceed to roast Tyranny, and then even put the camera on his wife sitting right there too, to show everybody he had her and his wife in there. He's the one that always used his wife and his daughter to win arguments on the internet. So now people were using his wife and daughter to win arguments against him. I understand, yes, it's messed up, but let's start with the root. Homeboy, it's on Anton. Just like Classic said. That's your job to protect your family. So if you want to protect your family from conflict, avoid conflict.
I can't all the way disagree with Ant not really wrong with what he's saying, bro. I said this same thing on another panel. Bro. Yeah.
He's but we're gonna let Truth jump in. I got my thoughts on what Auntie said as well. I'm gonna hopefully we can get everybody's thoughts in it as well because I know this is it's starting to get. But go ahead, Truth.
Put me in the list. Put me in the list.
Yeah. I got you.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much if we all men up here saying somebody else's responsibility is for their wife and children, we already know that. That's a standing order. So that's not needed to be said. What we're talking about is the integrity of other men and how you move as a man. That's what we're talking about. That has nothing to do with Anton and Corey. How do you move as a man? Do you move as thorough as you talk? Because you talk very heavy. You talk about your city. What's understood don't need to be explained. And if your reputation precedes you,
I'm just making sure. You ain't say my name. I'm just making sure.
Yeah, classic codes. There we go.
Tempo, I'm listening. Yeah. I'm not speaking heavy. My city ain't no more dangerous than any other inner city. I was just pointing out the fact. I was just pointing out the fact that y'all don't know what real problems are. This is not a real problem. This is not a real problem. It's small potatoes.
Once again, we heard all that. But saying you from Chicago is irrelevant, especially if you're not the one out there active.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm saying we're not talking about a real problem. That's my point. I'm not trying to validate the city of Chicago. I don't care about it. Don't worry about what I'm doing.
We heard what you
make your point. Don't worry about what I'm doing.
We heard what you're talking about.
Make your point.
Your irrelevant statements is not needed. You ain't the one out there being thorough. You ain't the one out there active. You ain't the one out there.
Make your point, bro. You don't know me. Make your point.
Sharon, you get a chance to respond. I promise.
Make your point. You don't know. Make your point.
You get a chance to respond to Paul.
I'm talking about how you speak. I don't have to know you. You can know a man by their words.
I'm in the suburbs right now. Make your point. I'm in the suburbs. Make your point. I'm in the suburbs. I live in. I'm around 99 white people. Make your point.
You spoke about being a man and soft, but you have no decorum, kid. So that's how I can tell you not what you're talking about. I am making my point.
You're right. I've never been in a set of handcuffs. Make your point. I'm not tough. I'm not tough. Make your point.
All right. So that's the point. That's the point. You're not the one to be talking, spread anything about any code, any reason on how a man moves, especially if you're not coming with no integrity. Men that was raised by men, we know that integrity standard stands. And the standard is we do not bother men or women or children, especially because we respect the man that governs them. And respect is number one for men. That's law. It ain't nothing else to be talked about after that.
Is this live? This live, right?
Yes,
Somebody go back and find where I said it was okay. Oh, okay. So you just made an irrelevant point. I never said it was okay. I never said it was okay. This is live. It's recorded. I never said it was okay.
Nobody said anything about anything. Nobody said anything about okay.
You made 100 assumptions about my character.
You did say it was okay.
I never said it was okay. I never said it was okay. You made.
Let me explain why he said it. Let me explain it.
No. I got him. I'll be more specific since he want to be technical. Did you say the word okay? No. Did you insinuate and imply that children are able to handle being disrespected at their age?
What I'm saying is life. No. I'm saying
it's not the curse, fellas.
My point is that life is tough. No. This is my point. Life is tough. Get a helmet. That's my point. Nobody has control of anybody else. As you live life, you're going to experience love. You're going to experience affection. You're going to experience disrespect. You're going to experience aggression. Life is all encompassing. As long as you live, you're going to experience everything that life has to offer you. The stronger you become and the sooner you become strong, the better off you will persevere and the better off you will prevail. If anybody up here finna preach, if anybody up here finna preach, if anybody up here, okay. So you don't believe in learn fast. Okay,
is able to handle being disrespected.
What I said was, have you ever? No, you're wrong. You're wrong. What I said was, were you insulted at any point as a child? The person said yes. I said, are you okay? The person said yes.
Do you know what the word implied means?
It's not implied. Are you okay? Were you insulted as a child?
Yes.
Are you okay?
Am I okay?
Yes.
Are you okay? Nigga, do you need therapy?
Am I okay? Yes.
There's some soft.
Was I bothered at the time that I was insulted? Yes.
It's soft.
So now what?
It's soft. We having a soft conversation.
Hold on.
These are not real problems.
Hold on, Classic. You saying that? So we got to make sure. All right, hold on. Let me try to level up the room a little bit. So the problem is that you put adult characteristics in a child is the problem.
Yeah.
I didn't put anything anywhere. I asked a question. I got an answer. And that was it. I said, have everybody up here got insulted as a child, and everybody up here is okay. Y'all want to talk about?
So what does that imply?
There's no implication. There's no implication.
I want to converse with this situation.
Jesus Christ,
so when you say have you ever got insulted as a kid and you are okay now, that is implying that yes, the young lady got insulted by a grown man, but she would be okay. That's what that's implying.
Nah, if y'all want to know what I'm saying, just ask more questions, ask probing questions. All I'm saying is that life's tough. You don't get to choose. You are not. No, I'm not. No, it's not worse. It's not word salad, fam. You don't get to choose how your life gonna be hard. You don't, y'all. Have y'all gone anywhere? I've been to places where the whole country poor. This is a first world conversation. This is a luxurious first world conversation. I've been in villages where nobody got shoes. Nobody got shoes.
Okay, hold on. Let's slow down. I want to keep it. I want to keep it back calm. Hold on. Regardless if it's a first world thoroughbred, that's irrelevant. So even if it is a first world conversation, we are in a first world, so that's why we having it regardless, right? And so, are we going to say that a child got the same fortitude as an adult?
Okay.
I'm asking.
That's a question.
I don't think anybody would say that.
Y'all keep trying to.
I wouldn't say that at all. I think the goalpost is kind of being moved, just because I would agree with what Sharon is saying. No. A child is not on the same level as an adult, but it's the adults, like their custodial parent or just parent's job to protect them, not their parents' opponent's job to protect them. You're supposed to protect your children from your opponent.
Who said
your opponent ain't supposed to protect your children from the world?
Okay, that's
doesn't
fine.
work like that.
job.
Oh, hold
But
on,
if
hold
you
on.
have the standard to stay the
Which
fuck
really
out of
Hold
kids'
on,
business,
I don't want.
what does it matter?
Choose your opponents a
Hold
little
on. I
more
understand.
wisely.
Hold on. So the problem is, once we are saying that
Oh, you
insult,
gotta respect the money, cuz respect the money.
God damn it, I do gotta respect the money.
Super chat to them.
I'm confused as hell, man.
All right, let me
Oh,
respect the money. It says, bring me back. The other 50 is for credit. All right, so you got 50. So you got a
Put in the
50
clip.
out of
In the
20.
clip.
You got a 50 in the clip.
Somebody got clipped.
You got
And
50 in the
play
clip.
my song.
You got a
Play my
super
song.
chat to play a song and read the super chat.
All right, let me get to it.
About to be a situation. Hey, hey, hey.
Let me also hold on 1 second. Let me bring my lady back. There she go.
No, now you want to bring me back. Black Men Unfiltered, $5. If more men tapped into their true nature, other men would fear talking about their family. Classic Codes is cooking. Soft Era is here, and it's bad.
That's sad for Black Man Filter to say that. That is very sad. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
front.
yes.
That is sad to hear Black on Men Filter say that. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Bro, y'all
I ain't gonna lie to you,
talking
man.
on
I
here-
ain't gonna lie. That is wild to me. Like, hey, look, no matter what. So this is how I look at it. Before I let Cuz get in, because I gotta respect the money. I don't want to get beat up. No matter what me and Truth ever went through, we said some foul things about each other. We did. But guess what? If I see his baby girl in trouble, well, if I know it's his baby girl or not, I'm gonna do something.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna do something. Even if, and let's say I do know what she looked like, and me and him just got into it. We had fisticuffs, and I see his baby girl against. I ain't gonna like, well, her daddy whooped my ass. I'm gonna just sit here and let her get. Nah, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not with it. I'm gonna get up there and say, nah, they ain't going down that. I'm at least use my voice at the bare minimum. And the fact that we are saying that we cannot use our voice as because we're not even asking nobody to physically do anything to Corey. We are Anton. We saying use your voice so we can get other men to follow the same ideology. Like, you know what? There's other men are right, and get other men to move forward like that as well. So we get the majority of our Black brothers to be moving in that same thought pattern, at least on that one thought pattern, to say children are off limits. We cannot equate a child getting insulted as an adult moving 30, 40 years after they paid for whatever they had to do to get over it. As most people we know don't even get over it.
Yeah,
that's the problem that we are having. So we're gonna let True finish it off. Brownsville jump in there.
I'm gonna let Brownsville give me just a hot second, Brownsville.
Yes, sir.
The reason why I was asking that is your response let me know how you move. If you're saying you move differently than your response, then you probably need to match up your vernacular with your movements. No man that moves with integrity, that's thorough, that understand code of the strong protects the weak. That's through voice and being active. It's an old saying, though we fight for those that can't fight for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
The bully gets bullied. Flat out. It's just that simple. So that's why I was pretty much asking. If you're saying that it's open season, it's whatever. Like you said, soft era is saying that we are now allowed to say whatever the fuck we want to say out of our mouths to each other.
That's soft.
And there's no consequence. That's soft.
One thing I disagree with Anton about, bro. Anton like 5'3", bro. You can't be popping it on this tough guy shit, right, bro, to people, bro. Like, stop talking to folk like you want to fight, bro. Like, Lord have mercy, bro. Like, cut that out, bro. Like, that's why I rock with my guy Act, bro. I don't see Act talk tough to nobody, bro. So it's like it's not an issue if we somebody try you, I'm gonna get on their ass behind you because you're not running around telling people you're tough. You know what I mean? Don't tell people you tough and you not, bro. Make it hard to defend you.
And the number one thing I would not dare tell a man up here to SMD.
Woo!
Facts, bro.
I would not dare.
And Anton
I
should have
know
already
better.
known that shit, bro. He
I
should have
know
already
better.
known that.
Hey, I said that, but he says he's a chess player. And he was thinking all far ahead. That's what I'm saying, man.
There's
You don't
no chess
understand
playing about
when
SMD.
you dealing with somebody
Yeah,
that's
I know
illogical.
better.
You don't handle illogical people in a logical way. The logical way to handle illogical people is not to really handle them at all. You avoid them.
And
So,
T, man, I
hold
know
on,
you
hold on, hold
remember
on.
this, bro.
I want to say no. We can't give Corey a pass for that. He had
I'm
the
not giving him a
opportunity.
pass. I'm
So what I'm
saying,
saying is this: like he had.
should
What
have
I'm
been
saying that
avoided
the reason
if
why
you
that
wanted to keep your family out of it. That's
No,
what I'm saying.
the reason why that sounds like we giving him a pass is because he should have handled it when it was in front of him, and he did not.
That's
So
a
like,
fact.
and now when you want to come to the internet, and now that you feel like, oh, he been bullying me for 7 days and 7 nights, and he went on a world tour. Now I gotta talk. Nah, bro, that ain't cool. That ain't every man should have been like, hey, listen, what you did is foul because you had perfect opportunity. You got up in that man's face. You was in arm reach. You didn't do nothing. You cannot come back 7 days and 7 nights later. Now you want to bring up his women and children?
The
Nah,
fact
bro,
is,
that's
bro,
corny.
I would agree with that.
Pussy right
And that's
now.
corny as hell. And we as men need to hold that standard so other men know you cannot be moving like that as a man. You got to be something else. You
Both
can't
of
be a
them-
man moving that way. You gotta be so.
Sharon, I
How you
agree
gonna
with you
compare?
on
How you
that.
gonna say he the
With that.
same type of man? So what I'm saying is that if we don't
Both
have
of
that
them
line
look
drawn,
pussy
right?
right now.
How he's gonna say? How we gonna say? Corey's a man and Sharon is a man. He got to be something else because guess what? People came at my women and children plenty of times. I still didn't bring it up. So clearly, if we have an argument right now, people say, "Nah, well, those are two men." No, it ain't. He crossed the line where he ain't man code no more.
Exactly.
We supposed
I
to
don't
be
know about
sticking
that
to
man
classic
code stuff,
codes,
but I agree
and the
on
classic
everything else.
man code is that we do not involve women and children. We do not have soft
I mean, I
targets.
think that's
We
just
go
general,
after
like,
the
grown
active person.
decency.
Back when I was younger and we was running in the streets, we didn't allow the nerd to get beat up. We like, hey, bro, pick up somebody your own size. The nerd didn't get beat up. We like, he ain't a part of this. The nerd go home. This ain't you.
I ain't gonna lie, we ain't do all that, bro. Like, you know, if somebody got bullied, I'd let you get bullied to an extent. But after I see like you ain't gonna do nothing,
Right.
and dude, just you know,
At
you done
some
made
point,
your
you got to
point and
stand
you
up for
still
yourself.
dragging
Or I
it.
can't. You
All
can't
right,
stand up for
now
somebody
bully
that won't
me, bro.
stand up for
Come
themselves.
bully me now.
It always happened that way.
Yeah,
It
no,
always
It's
happened
one
that
thing
way.
if you're
Too much
trying to
now.
fight back and you
Come
can't
on,
fight
bro.
back, then yeah, that's when people are
You
gonna
know,
jump
and
in.
you know how we
But
know
if you
it
don't
happens.
stand up
You
for
know how we
yourself,
know. You know how we know it happens. It even happens that way in the sports. let Kobe get fouled. Who's gonna come up down the court and do something?
Now they make sure that those guys got
So
enforcers
now
because
all of a
people are
sudden,
gonna try to do
so
that.
now we gotta apply that same rhetoric to this situation here,
Yeah.
right? So if the big man is gonna say, "Oh, you fouled Kobe like that," who's gonna be the Shaq is gonna run down the court and he's gonna foul the ish out of you. We supposed to be the big Shaq and go ahead and foul the ish out of any man that ain't acting like a man. And all I'm asking to do it is with words. I'm not even saying physically go do it.
Yo,
Yeah, I'm
I
going
said
to tell
with
you
the
that.
words.
Hey, Sharon, I would agree with you. But even if you want to talk in sports terms,
Ooh, I've been
if the
cooking up
team,
how
hold
to.
up, if the team doesn't respect that star or that player, we watched it with who I'll just name one. You know what I'm saying? RG3 or any quarterback that's not respected in that locker room. That line ain't about to protect him. Like that's what it is. They're gonna hesitate a little bit before they just jump in. So at the end of the day, I would agree with you, but just to an extent. Now with the SMD comment, yeah, Corey should have did something right there.
Who's the
I told
quarterback
you
in
this.
situation?
I stayed consistent with that. You don't walk up on somebody and not hit them. Like
Anthony,
for real, you
who's
don't
the
just walk
quarterback
up on. That's like pulling the gun and not popping it. But at the same
Anthony,
time, Anton
who's the-
talked a lot of noise for 7 days, and then you trip when Corey want to talk that noise for 1 day.
nah,
So-
bro. Both of them is pussy, bro. Because I'm gonna tell you, if either one of them got some tough shit to say, it should have been asses
Yeah.
whipped at that show, bro. It's no way. Like the stuff I heard in that meeting, bro. If somebody said that to my face, I'm crashing. I'm crashing right then and there. There is no later. There is no podcast a week from now. You still no, bro. All that's over with, bro. We going to jail, bro. You and me, or you going to the hospital? I'm going to jail, bro. I'm crashing right then and there. Ain't
And
no later.
I also want to say this too, because people be talking like, hey, me and How To met before too as well. We met and we had a good time, right? So like, hey, look, so neither one of us is scary, and maybe that's why we act the way how we act, and we didn't go with a whole bunch of goons with us or nothing. all 5'6" of me went. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they say on the internet. How to. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Man, somebody told me I was little. My guy from the academy, Wale, he like 6'5" or something. I took a pic next to him. They like, oh, you like a child? I'm like, bro, everyone looks like a child next to this guy, bro. He's a giant, bro. I'm a grown ass man in person, bro. Stop it.
So, but like, I just think that we need to absolutely have a standard. We gotta be able to. If Chaotic Truth wife is taking a jog down the street and somebody try to take her sneakers, I ain't gonna allow Chaotic Truth sneakers be taken. No matter how much he say we are going to jail because we over here talking the way how we talk. I ain't gonna lie, his wife's sneakers did get taken and she got to walk home with one shit looking like hip hop. Now we're gonna have a justice. Go ahead, Brownsville. I apologize.
Yes, it's not about creating a utopia, right? It's not about trying to impress upon all men to uphold a standard. What it's really about is the erosion of standards in general that's happening day after day, right? Yes. Which is the reason why when you ask people, what was the highest level of standard of black men, they got to go back to the 60s, right? Then they got to go back before that. They got to talk about men like MLK. They got to talk about men like Malcolm X, et cetera, et cetera. And the reason why they talk about those men is because they were able to uphold a certain standard of discipline and integrity. And they also didn't allow other men around them to drop that standard, right? So that's all I think I'm trying to communicate here is, this is not about the men, right? Corey Holcomb, Anton Daniels, who cares about them? It's not about them, right? It's about my grandkids, your grandkids, great grands in perpetuity. Because what happens when men, they decide to get less disciplined and less respectful and less considerate of women and children, then the world for our women and children become more dangerous, right? And if men aren't communicating a certain way about upholding a certain level of, discipline, camaraderie, a certain level of mutual respect, then that's going to give lesser men the ability to just go out and conduct toxic behavior, because they're not actually seeing that upstanding men are upholding a standard. And that's my issue with this conversation. It's like, some men want to take it back to what Anton Daniels did or what Corey Holcomb did. And what I'm saying is both of them violated children.
Yes.
So in that respect, then we gotta, throw both of them out, right? And we gotta communicate that is not how we're supposed to move, whether online or in person. And I understand Classic saying, well, it's a small thing, right? If somebody insulted you when you was a kid, you're okay now. But what I'm trying to get Classic to understand is everybody isn't as strong as some people, right? And you got to account for that. And even if we say it's something small, it's just something small, it's just online banter. Well, guess what, Classic? A small leak in your house that goes unattended can end up creating major damage to the ecosystem of your home. Peace and love.
Hey, Sharon, I just want to ask Classic a quick question. Brother, you said you don't have no wife and no child, correct?
I don't discuss my personal business on the internet. I'm not confirming or denying that. You good?
I'm only asking you to confirm what you stated already, but if you choose not to, okay. So I'm gonna take you at your word, what you already said. All right. what is it that you hold or held high for yourself that if anybody disrespects that, you're willing to lose your life over?
Respect.
Respect. Okay, so if I called you a B, I gave you an address to come to Baltimore and meet me at, would you do that?
No.
But you just said you're willing to die over respect, and I
Yeah,
just disrespect.
Yeah, that was a general question. I mean, but you're in Baltimore, so for me to drop everything I got going on in my amazing life to come chase a felony is ridiculous. Online for what? Now, if we were in the grocery store together and you happen to brush up against me and I can lawfully have my way with you, that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm not gonna go to jail.
Okay, so you stated.
But if you
so
can say what you want though.
Sure, I'm just gonna make sure I'm correct about this. Your initial statement was, "I'm willing to die over disrespect."
Right. And then you added flying somewhere to go start a problem.
However, you commute. So the reason why I asked you that is the statement SMD. The reason why I know better not to say it to another man up here, because I believe if I said it to a man up here, they would come meet me and deal with me, bro, in ways I don't want them to. And that's what I mean by the level of what you're willing to die over. I am willing to put my life on the line for these brothers up here, children. Yes, I am. Because that's how I was raised. It's embedded in me. Their wives, I am willing to do that. Call me a crash out, whatever. And I'm not saying it's going to go my way that day. My honor is the fact that I stood up for the weak. And that's what I would be known as, that I stood up for that brother's wife, that child. So that's what I mean by integrity, and you saying the softness of man. To me, that is soft. Not standing up for the weak.
I want to make sure I heard you right. You said if somebody told one of these guys up here, SMD, you would fly to where the disrespecter is?
I said I know better not to tell any of you included. I know better than to not say that, because after I say that, I know that if I see you guys, I am in trouble now.
Right.
That's the volatility of that statement. I know I am in that trouble. I know better than to disrespect a man on that level. And I use that in this instance of their children or wives. I do not do that.
True.
Because I do not
Baltimore?
want you guys. Yeah.
Oh man, I live in Baltimore, G. That's what's up.
How come?
You here?
So how come?
But the thing is, truth.
Yeah,
real quick, truth. By that logic, which I'm not gonna disagree with you, me and you done had these conversations, but even by that logic, you do know if you're gonna keep standing up for the weak, you would have to stand up for Anton first, because he's the weak one that's going to continue to put his wife and child at risk. If you're not trying to be flying all over the country and running up on somebody to keep protecting the weak, you're going to have to first protect the person that's in charge of protecting them.
Hey, what? True. Why did you want to say all that?
I'm just saying, and Anton banks on that shit.
Hey,
he banks on that.
Can I ask him, why did you address me specifically with your last point? I just want to understand why you told it to me.
Yeah, well, the whole reason why we got on this conversation is through your super chat. So I like to stay on subject. I don't like to move around. The subject matter was you and what you stated.
Right. So what did you? So what did you? What did you take?
I'm still on.
Right. So So from my super chat, you felt that you needed to tell me that you wouldn't be disrespectful past a certain extent because you understand consequence.
No. My first statement was I asked you, what are you willing to die over?
Right. Respect.
You said respect. Okay, so that's the premise that we had set.
Okay, I'm with you.
I then used that as in you're willing to die over being disrespected, because respect is number one. I said these men up here, they live by that same credence.
Got you.
of not being disrespected. So I use the term SMD, that if I said that to them, my life is on the line now.
Got you.
So I know better than to say that to them, as well as talk about their children or their wives. They're going to deal with me, and I don't want those type of problems.
Right.
So I'm using that as your basis of what you said you herald as, important enough to lose your life over. The reason why you're looking at the basis of the child of being, hey, you're going to be okay. You can deal with the words being said. You're going to grow up. You're going to learn from it. You're going to deal with hardships. The point we're making is this is what we hold dear to us, our children, our wives, and also the number one basis is respect for men. And that ties into the fact that you did something to our wives. That means you disrespected me. You did something to my child. You disrespected me. So now I'm willing to die over.
Okay, I hear you. I agree with everything you said. I don't know why you singled me out still, but in my super chat, I also said that I forgot what the second one was. The second super chat that I posted. I also said that, people could say whatever they want to you unless there's an or else. You know what I'm saying? Anton Daniels got disrespected the way he got disrespected because he's not going to do shit. You see what I'm saying? I said men only try certain men. That's what I said. Men only try certain men. We're not going to leave that part out. I said he can say whatever he wants because there are no repercussions. That's exactly it. And it's Anton Daniels' job to provide repercussions for somebody disrespecting his family. We can sit up here and have a greater conversation about manhood in general. That's cool. But in Anton Daniels' regard, it's his job to protect his own family. I'm not protecting his family. Wait, before you rebuttal, Sharon, because y'all keep talking about protecting the weak. A family with a father is not the weak. There's a father. Do something. Now, if Anton was deceased and it was just the mother and child, then yes, protect the weak. They have a man who's not manning. It's not my job to man for the man. It's not my job to man for the man. It's not. That's a grown, healthy man. He ain't crippled. He ain't in no wheelchair. He got money to fly to Corey, like my man just said. He can fly first.
No, how to? I get where he's coming from. I'm saying he's not dealing with the initial part.
Yeah.
We all know because I made that clarity.
Yeah. I said the same thing. That's what I was saying with Ant, right, bro? Because I don't know if Sharon remember this from back in the day, but I remember something similar to this happened before, and we was all in the back chat discussing about how, well, bro, you need to stop putting money in people's faces, doing this dick measuring contest with people, being somebody you not, and putting your family in the way to end up in this situation that now has happened yet again, right? Like we had this conversation before. There was supposed to be measures taken to prevent shit like this from occurring again. And yet here in 2026, 2025, we see, nothing was done to correct it. Nothing was done to prevent this. And it make me look at Anton away. But at the same time, bro, that still doesn't mean I'm going to condone what Corey did. Right, that still doesn't mean I'm gonna condone certain actions Anton has done in the past, right? And I fucks with Anton. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I've been saying this shit from jump, bro. It hurt my feelings, bro. Like you could have done so much to prevent this from going this far. Chiefly amongst that, if you know you're not a fighter, stop with all this Dow Zim talk, bro. You ain't got no damn Street Fighter in you, bro. Like, cut it out, bro.
Yo, that's a funny one. I like that one.
Great Hadoukens going on. Great Hadoukens.
Nah, Yo got fire.
Bro, cut it out.
Yo got flame.
And I think the main problem is that people keep trying to make it seem like Anton is the weak one in this situation. None of us is saying that he's the weak one in this situation. Nobody's here trying to run interference for Anton. Like even if Corey Holcomb's daughter is in trouble, no matter how much shit he done said about other people's children, I'm still gonna be like, hey, leave that man's daughter out of it. So I just want to let y'all understand that this is a principle and code thing. It's not about who the daddy is or if they have a daddy, they don't have a daddy. I'm not factoring all those things when I see if I see a young person in the street in danger and I could do something about it, I'm going to do something about it.
Yeah.
This young girl, she was pregnant and homeless on a train. I brought her into my house and gave her a safe place to stay, bro.
Oh, you
So
better
I'm
than me. I
not
would've
just saying
paid
this.
for that
just to-
hotel.
I'm not just saying the shit. Like if I see somebody if I could do something about it, I'm going to do something about it. I'm not going to allow a woman and child just to be defenseless in the world where I could do something about it. I cannot help everybody in the world. We all understand that. But what's in
that's why
my
we need
power,
each other.
I'm willing to do what's in my immediate power. And one of the things that all we are saying is that men have the power of voice. Our voices are powerful. That's why when you say something in a room, it grows over the mama, right? Kids be running, jumping, stop. So,
the thing I'm still tweaking about, Sharon, though, is how do we even make it to this stage, bro? No one pressed B to melee. These two grown-ass men got in front of each other and wolfed, and no one pressed B to melee, and then they fall out of it, right? Cause all this drama like two bitches, and now we sitting here discussing it. This whole shit just disgusting to me, bro.
And I think that the scary part is that people only want to do it if they were Superman. Like, if I'm Man of Steel, then I would say something because, that is, to me, that sounds scary. That's
Sharon,
the scary part to me.
Hey, Sharon, you keep using the term in danger. You realize ain't nobody in danger? We talking
That's
about
not
insults.
true.
We talking about insults.
No, that's not true.
We've been up here for 3 hours talking about insults.
All right, I'm gonna
Well,
share
hey, I mean, look, I would respectfully. Now, can I go real quick? Because I am about to drop. I think you got somebody who wants to come up too. I swear I'm about to drop right after this. I mean, I would agree with that to an extent. The internet, this mob can get out of hand these days. It might seem like it's just insults, but when you do put somebody's face on the internet, like, kids can be cruel, people can be cruel. Fan bases, support teams can be rabid when it comes to this stuff these days. It can really get out of hand. People can actually get hurt. It's happened. It has. So I don't know if that's entirely true, that there's no danger at all. But I would agree with, I think, what Hal too was trying to say. Look, as men, we understand that the best way to handle conflict in most cases is to avoid it in the first place. And I got to drop, bro. Thanks for having me up, Sharon. I appreciate it. I was trying to send you super chats, but it wouldn't let me do it, bro. And I got you in a second.
Especially if you're not
I
capable
think it's the words I was using. I got
Avoid it, especially if you're not capable of violence. If you know you ain't never laid hands and feet on no one's person, bro, don't go around popping it like tough guy, bro. Because somebody gonna want to find out if you actually like that.
Right. So make it clear. I'm pretty sure Sharon is saying Anton is wrong, Corey's wrong.
Yeah.
Nobody's in favor of Anton, nobody's in favor of Corey. We're just specifically saying the disrespect of children shouldn't be tolerated. And the last thing of saying words don't matter. I'll share something personal with y'all. Y'all can look this up. Look up Corey Brown, Florida, killed in Florida. That was a young boy that I pretty much, from 12 years old, I raised him up to 30 years old. And he's gone right now. And if you look at what it said, over a verbal altercation.
And I want to make it clear, because I got Lee in the chat saying that his child didn't get protected. If the father is there, I'm gonna allow the father to jump up first. If truth is there, and somebody says or do something to his child, right? I'm like, I gotta see what the dad.
I can't be everywhere. I can't be everywhere. So I'm gonna need to link up with like-minded brothers to say, hey, bro,
you know what I'm saying? So if we all in the same vicinity, I'm gonna make sure you see what I say. Hey, and then if you tell me to fall back, I'm gonna have to look at it. Then I have to reassess it differently. So I think that we cannot act as if. So let's make sure we put things in a proper space. What we having a conversation about. Because Lee trying to make it seem as if somebody else says something to him on a panel, that I'm supposed to jump in front of him instead of allow him to defend himself. I don't stop you from defending yourself. So that's the part that we cannot. I didn't put no handcuffs on you so you could defend yourself. So don't try to drag that into the same situation. That's crazy.
I think I finally understand. Because remember when I asked that question to the queens, I said, hey, if there was some brothers, you know, in pajamas or hoodies, or, you know, shiesties on one side, and then on the other side there was a brothers with those quarter zips and buttoned up, you know, which side would you walk on? And a lot of the queens said I wouldn't walk on either side because I don't trust black men.
Mm.
And so now I thought it was crazy. I thought it was ridiculous. I was going back and forth with him like, come on, if you see these brothers trying to step up and present themselves in a better way, right? You should give those brothers a chance. But if brothers continue to articulate thoughts of, well, everybody for themselves, and I'm just only going to protect mine, and I don't care if, you know, women and children are being violated over here, depending upon what the circumstances is, I understand why they have that mindset now, right? We just got to do better as black men. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's, I'm kind of understanding what PH Diva was saying now.
And let me allow Friezo Lou to jump in there. Go ahead, Friezo Lou.
Man, what's good? What's good, man? Yeah, like I think it's been said over and over that what they both did is wrong. But it still seems like all of this sounds like fake outrage, to be honest with you, man, because it's turned into what those two have done is wrong, and you're not pressing them about it. You pressing everybody else that has a disagreement, and this is the problem with men and all that stuff. No, if you really have an issue and it's really like that, go press Corey, go press Anton, tell them that the past ain't the past. Other than that, y'all just really talking shit up here. You're not really saying a goddamn thing. What you're saying is not really reverberating like that because you're just talking, and you gotta like that just don't make sense to me. It just sounds like moral outrage. It sounds like you're positioning yourself as we are the good guys because we don't talk about kids and all that stuff. And then what the problem is that you're taking it to other people's manhood, like we're all supposed to have the same code, like during a time, and you keep reflecting back to a different time that was, by the way, more dangerous than now, where apparently those people had better values than the people do now. But for some reason back then it was more dangerous than it is now. So you're throwing a whole bunch of shit together that don't make any sense, and it spells moral outrage to me.
Well, my brother, that's what you just did. No offense, right? You
No, I didn't.
A whole bunch of stuff in the pot that didn't make sense.
No, I didn't actually. I really didn't.
I didn't cut you off, my brother. I didn't cut you off. I'm just responding to what you said, right?
Okay.
So,
okay.
What I was speaking of, right, is a certain standard. We good now?
Yeah, you good.
What I was speaking of is men maintaining a certain standard that's going to be helpful for the community at large, right? I don't care about Anton Daniels or Corey Holcomb, right? I know those two are degenerates, right? Facts. But when I hear men who present themselves to be stand-up men, you know, not saying that it's not a big deal that children are being verbally accosted, right? To me, that gives credence to why the ladies are continuing to tell us that they are afraid of black men, right?
No.
And because of the mentality. So it doesn't matter how you present yourself. What matters is how you respond and articulate when issues present itself, right? What type of leadership do you have? What type of integrity do you have? What is your value system, right? And you basically just said, hey, it's fake outrage, right? Because if we got a problem with Corey Holcomb, you should go to Corey Holcomb. If you got a problem with Anton Daniels, you should go to Anton Daniels. I have a problem when grown men are verbally attacking children. That's my issue, right? So if I was able to reach Anton Dames and have that conversation with him, I say the same thing to him. But
I don't believe you, but go ahead.
and that's fine. You don't have to believe me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have anything to prove to you. But
I
at the end of the
believe
day,
you, bro. How did Sharon and Lee let a bald nigga convince them to cut their hair off, bro? That having hair was wrong, bro. That is fucked up, man. How did y'all allow that to happen now? Can y'all break that down? Can you elucidate on that?
You said somebody scared to say something to AD or Corey?
No, I don't think anybody's scared to do anything. I think people are just talking. That's what I'm saying.
You're basically saying people don't care about it, care about children and wives as much as they say they do.
On the internet, no. In the real world, I don't. No, no, I don't. I'm pretty sure you do in the real. I'm pretty sure in the real world, everybody in here and everybody on the internet isn't like most people aren't doing these things. But it's spoken of as if this is global problem or this nationwide problem that children are protected.
Bro, did you just see that little girl? Hold on, did you see? I don't
care what instance you pull out your ass to go against my point. You're just pulling out a story. It is not a nationwide spread problem to where this conversation has been warranted for weeks on end. That's what I'm saying.
All right, so are you stating, so let me get this straight. Are you saying that women and children are not affected as much as someone's saying? I'm asking you a direct question based off of your premise.
Yes.
All right. Are you going by totality or percentile?
I don't understand the question.
Are you going by total number of people affected, or are you going by a percentage they are affected by?
I don't understand the question. What do you mean?
Okay, so if we got 13% of the population is black, right?
And okay.
Okay, so are you talking about the total number of people inside? Like it's 40 million black people in the United States? Are you talking about that, or are you talking about a percentage of the 13%?
I don't even know how to answer that question in connection to what we're talking about with Anton and Corey.
So
I don't even know how to answer that question.
Let me just. So the problem that you have in Friezo, Lou, you think that the problem is Anton and just Corey. The problem that we are trying to address is the mentality as the group of men.
There is no mentality as a group of men.
That's what I'm saying. You're using this situation to correlate that to